Ricky asked me to do the video this week. He's sick of doing them. He's sick of people not watching them. I don't know what his problem is. I don't watch the videos when I lose. And I was 0-3 before I whipped his ass. So we'll go over all that today. And we'll make it nice and quick. It won't be a long video, hopefully. So we'll go matchup by matchup. The first one is Can I Get a Wop Wop versus Lee's Losers. Lee pretty much dominated this matchup. Won by over 40 points. Neither one had an amazing week, but Lee had Corey Davis go off and Kyler Murray. And Kamara didn't have that good of a game. Had like a Derrick Henry kind of game. For Rebecca, it looks like she was bitten by the injury bug. And not much she could have done otherwise, I don't think. Gesicki, who would ever start Gesicki over Hawkinson? Not much she could have done in this one. Wait until your big guns come back and see what happens. You do have an empty roster spot, so I would maybe think about doing something with that. You can make some moves. But overall, Lee is 4-0, so I think he's the only undefeated team, actually, so good for him. Next matchup is Mayor McCheese versus Domestic Abuse Survivor. For those that don't know, I did have the team name of Beat My Wife, and now it's, after I didn't beat her, I had to change my team name. So we'll play again, and I'll change my team name back, so don't worry about it. I scored the most points this week. It was a good week. Jalen Hurts had a hell of a game. Deebo Samuel went off. Hilaire, thank you, Roy, for letting me have Hilaire. I didn't mean to fleece you. I thought it was a fair trade, but you trade, players who are not playing well, and then you get them when they're playing good. That's the whole reason you trade guys or trade for guys. Ricky didn't have a bad week. Just has some skank on his roster. Nyheim Hines and Robert Tonyan, they stink when they don't get the volume. So that's about it. He has good receivers. I wouldn't have started 2 running backs on the same team, but you did, and you lost. So fuck you, Ricky. Next matchup is Drunkle Will and Tyreek's Daycare. Now this is a really close matchup. So let's see what could have transpired. Oh, he had Tyreek Hill go off. Will did. And that's about it. Everyone else kind of... Hunt did well. Mixon, who's going to probably miss next week's game. And... oh, no, the projections were close. Oh, Tyreek's Daycare got his ass kicked. Oh, I didn't... Yeah, I was looking at the roster. I was like, oh, man. Logan Thomas got hurt. Yeah, nothing on this team. This whole team stinks. I mean... Montgomery's not even going to play next week. I feel whoever plays him, is going to get an easy win next week. So, but good for Will. I'm happy he's doing well. He always kind of has weird roster decisions, but I'm good. I'm glad he's playing well. So we'll go to the next matchup. It's going to be Kaposi versus Bonks Bitches, and Bonks Bitches had a good week. He had Cordero Patterson. Whoever thought he would play so well this year? I don't know. It's going to fall off, though. But Barkley's playing well. He's going to come out and be a top 3 or 4 back this year. James Robinson playing well. And for Kaposi, yeah, just some hit-or-miss receivers here. He started Damian Harris against Tampa. That was a tough matchup. And I don't know, maybe he needs to make a couple trades. He's got some depth. I don't know. Let's see. All right, next matchup. We got Drop Dead Legs versus Trobe's Talent LLC. Drop Dead Legs won. And he won because he's got good players. And he had the Buffalo Bills defense. That was the big win for him. That really pulled him out. That was his second highest score of the week, which is crazy. And Brady didn't come through for Troby. I think everyone else, Jamal Williams, tough one. Kelsey had laid an egg. They didn't need much that game. And Kelsey, who's getting booed at home because he's not vaccinated, he's all bent about it. That's pretty funny. And Christian Kirk. Yeah, that's a tough. Oh, AJ Green. Oh, man, you didn't start the right Cardinal receiver there. Oh, yeah, Connor on the bench. How are you going to know to do that, though? I don't know. Well, there's always next week. That was an interesting matchup. That was close. All right, the next matchup and last one was Ron versus Makasupa Policeman. And Roy is having a rough year, man. He is just not putting it together. He has almost entire skank squad here. I mean, other than Dak, it just looks real bad. I mean, even his good players, like, get double covered so they don't do anything. Like, it's... Oh, Devontae Parker. You could have put him in. Daniel Jones scored more points. Oh, almost as many points as him. That was... Gainwell, who I traded you, actually had 20 points. You might be able to squeeze him in your roster. But Ayuk stinks, and Drake stinks, and Schuster stinks. And for Makasupa Policeman, he had a good week. Galladay starting to come through. McLaurin had a really good game. Derrick Henry was Derrick Henry. Very good. Getting some catches, too, which is scary for that guy, you know. And that's about it. That's the recap. See if we can actually see the standings. Everyone's having a lot of fun, I hope. And Lee and Will are... Oh, wow. It's, I'm in 10th place. I look forward to catching back up. You all better look out for me. Peace and love.